Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today we're going to be installing a new garage door opener. But first, if you're new to the channel, I don't like to pay people to do things that I may be capable of doing myself. So on this channel, I try and tackle things that hopefully I can do myself. So let's get to it. And so driving a tow truck, I have seen many people's garages picking up and dropping off at their houses, and they're filled with clutter, and I cannot stand that. I have my garage to park my vehicles in and then store stuff around it, but the primary function for me is to park my vehicle in it and protect it from the elements, the sun, and hopefully keep it a little bit more secure. Okay, so this is the garage door opener that we are installing today. It's a Chamberlain model RJO20, which is pretty much the same thing as the LiftMaster jack shaft. I think they're all made by Chamberlain. I don't know, they're all made by the same company. I'm not sure which way it goes. But it comes with the motor, and then it also comes with this extra stuff here, the wall opener, the sensors, an internet gateway, one 3-button remote, a light, and a deadbolt lock. Okay, so here's what we got in the box. So first thing I'm seeing here sticking up, the 3-button remote. I'm guessing this might be the gateway. Nope, this is the wall remote. This is the wall button. Wall button. Oh, here's the gateway right here. It's so funny, it looks bigger in the picture, but it's kind of small. Miscellaneous parts and brackets. Here's the tension sensor. Some more miscellaneous parts. This is the deadbolt lock, because that's all that's left. Oh, here's the light. Instructions and stuff. Wow, that's interesting. It's much smaller than I thought. This thing is actually quite tiny. It's so much smaller than I thought. Let's see if we can actually get out of the box. Oh, that's right. So I wanted to give you an idea of how small this thing actually is. I have this sitting on my workbench here. So you can see, compared to my hand, it's not very big. It's about 16 inches tall, 6 inches wide without these sticking out. And at the deepest point, 6.5 inches deep. So, not very big. Kind of surprised. Okay, so currently We have the Genie garage door opener installed. I believe this is a 3/4 horsepower motor. It's screw driven. They also have chain driven and belt driven. This particular one is screw driven. And the issue that we continually keep having is when we pull into the driveway or pull into the cul-de-sac, the door won't open, whether we're a couple houses away or we're in the driveway right up against the door. Like, we'll get out of the vehicle and point our remote at the door and it still won't open. I don't know if that's because of the rolling code technology or what, but yeah, we've had enough. My girlfriend has especially had enough. She's the one that paid for the new garage door opener, so we're going with a different brand. I wanted the jack shaft style anyway, and it removes it up off from the ceiling here and removes this track and puts it along the torsion bar. It actually attaches to the end of the torsion bar, which have the springs, and cleans up the whole middle of the garage. Okay, so we're up here by the corner of the garage door. You can see the torsion bar here behind me. This is the springs attached to it, the pulley with the cables on it. And you see this piece sticking out the end here. The motor attaches to the end of it. You can attach it to either side of it, right here, and the motor goes on the end of it. It'll slide onto the end, and that's how it'll open and close the door. And that's what we got going on. Well, we are finished installing it. Let's go ahead and show you how it works. So this is the deadbolt part of it. So when the door goes all the way down, it locks. Which is pretty cool. This is one of the selling points for it for me, which is awesome. Now, I don't know if you're aware or not, but one of the ways that people break into garages is they take a coat hanger or something like that and they put it through the seam at the top of the garage and reach in there, fish around, and try and get your pull cord to release your motor from it, and then can lift your garage. So another nice thing, the cord is over to the side here, and there's no way of knowing for them to know if you have this type of motor or not. So it did come with new sensors here, so I replaced those. That was actually the most time consuming, was running the wires all the way up around the door. Now, one thing that was very frustrating for me is the wire that runs from the motor over to the button next to the door. So here's the button next to the door, and this is the wire I was talking about. Well, this isn't the wire that came with it. It would not reach going up into the attic and even running directly over to the motor at a straight angle. It wouldn't reach, it wasn't long enough, which is really frustrating to me. So my girlfriend had to run to Lowe's and get a spool of wire. So that was one of the frustrating things, considering that's where the motor is supposed to go, is on the side of the door. It probably would have reached if I put it on that side, but I park my truck in here so tight that I can't get around the front side of it when the garage door is down. So if I need to pull that cord or anything like that, get over to the deadbolt, I can't get to it. So when my girlfriend parks her car in here, I can get behind it between the car and the door. It also comes with a remote light. So you can still have a light in the middle of the garage. That may be a concern for some people. So this is a close-up of the pressure switch. It has to retain pressure on the cable there. I had to shim it out away from the wall in order to get it to line up properly. So if there is slack that develops in the cable, the motor will automatically reverse. So far, I do like it. I know I just installed it, so only time will tell, but as of right now, I am really liking it. It's super quiet. The only noise is coming from the door itself, and it's pretty great. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more I Can Do It Myself videos.